Welcome to VyCast, where we bring a blend of knowledge, expertise, and fun to the world of finance. Stay tuned for our exciting episode packed with insights and practical tips that will help you achieve your financial goals. Welcome to this episode of VyCast. January is Financial Wellness Month, and it was created to remind us to pay attention to our financial well-being. But, focusing on our finances is something we really should be doing all year long. And to tell us how to do that, joining us today is Eric Weatherly, Senior Vice President, Loan Administration with VyStar. Eric, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for the invite.
So you have been with VyStar for 18 years. So you have really seen members in all stages of their financial journey. Share a little bit about how you help service our members.
Absolutely. I've had the great privilege of being here at VyStar for 18 years. Over the course of that 18 years, I've been able to work with our members through our member service channels, kind of servicing their requests, accepting their loan applications. I've also had the opportunity to kind of work with our members from a loan servicing perspective. So I've had the chance to work with them on the front side of, hey, I need a loan, or this is what I need. And then also on the back side, after they achieve that loan or any type of product, I've been able to help work with them to service that loan, whether it's taking payments, tracking their insurance, filing their titles, loan modifications, you name it, anything that goes with servicing a loan. I've had that opportunity to help our members along that journey.
And as you've been, working so closely with members, that opportunity has really allowed you to see people through every stage of their financial journey. So what would be your best advice so that you can, really be the master of your money so that you can have that confidence that comes with financial security?
Absolutely. Great question. First, I would say is to look at it as a journey. There's not just this quick silver bullet that you do it, and then you're financially well. I would say in the beginning, really focus on creating a budget, kind of understanding, what are the money you have coming in, what are your expenses, kind of bringing that all together in terms of creating a budget. And then after you have your budget, my recommendation would be focus on a savings plan, kind of creating that fund for a rainy day, that emergency fund. So when something within the budget or within the plan goes awry, you have an option there to be able to solution that.
And that is so important because you hear statistics all the time that people have maybe a couple $100 in their reserve if an emergency comes. And when it rains, it pours, right? When you have one, they come all together. And then what about managing money? And what can VyStar do in the services that we provide in terms of how to manage those funds, as well as maybe some coaching that's available?
Absolutely. The first thing I would say is it's really great if you can start young, as soon as possible, start fast. And part of starting fast, I think, is, learning those habits at an early age. Here at VyStar, as you may know, we've partnered with a lot of local school districts, and we have student branches at various high schools across our footprint. And that gives us an opportunity to help generate financial literacy and just knowledge to our youth, our leaders of tomorrow, and really kind of helping them start with establishing a budget. What does credit mean? What does debt ratio mean? What does credit score mean? And also, we provide, through great education on our website, we have VyStar University. We have various videos that kind of talk to you about financial literacy and just how to organize your finances to be successful in your dreams or your wishes financially.
And I think, probably the first loan or the first big financial commitment that young people make is that student loan. And I remember when I got my student loan, I all of a sudden got all these applications for credit cards and nobody had prepared me for that. And I'd got, you remember JCPenney's back in the day, and that was like free money,
Yes.
What I was getting at JCPenney, who knows? But really talking to that next stage of life, right? That college age and going into that work age, right? Where you're really starting in your 20s and you get your first big job and, you get your first lease when you're renting. Maybe you have a roommate or you're on your own. So let's talk a little bit about those real working years that you really maybe can get yourself in trouble if you're not careful.
Absolutely. I think that's a critical point, in your working years, because you're kind of starting the race at that point. And I'll go back to, I think it's very important to understand your overall financial picture. Generally in your working years, you're kind of starting your career. You may not be making the most money. So it's very critical that you don't create bills or create a lifestyle that's beyond that of your income.
Because you're making more than you have before. So you're like, I'm in the money, but you can really, just like you said, like get yourself in trouble by overdoing your lifestyle.
Correct. And I think, here at VyStar, once again, I'm going to refer to our website a lot because we try to equip our members. On our website, we have various financial calculators, various courses to where you can go out there and you can put in kind of some equations. Hey, this is my income. What percentage of my income should I allocate for housing? What percentage of my income should I allocate for transportation? What percentage should I allocate for groceries and food? And really allow those calculators to guide you and kind of help you create a structure that's sustainable.
My nephew's in college, and so I did a little exercise with him. What do you cost? And so if you don't think budget and they think, oh, that's limiting me, right? And I think that's why some people don't want to do a budget, right? It's what I can't afford or what I can't have.
Correct.
And so I said, okay, well, what do you cost? Let's talk about what you cost and what you need to make. And when we got to that bottom line, he was like, oh, I need to work more. And I'm like, well, maybe you do. But then I also did an exercise with him, and I said, based on the lifestyle you want, what will that cost you?
Yes.
Because he's in college and he doesn't know what he wants to do yet. And I said, well, what job will afford you the lifestyle that you want? And I'm going to try some of those calculators. Because share a little bit more, because there's a whole bunch of different calculator opportunities on the website.
Absolutely. When you go to our website, there's a tab that says resources. And when you click on resources, it opens up a world of possibility. There's financial calculators for anything from how do I prepare for home ownership? What amount do I need to earn to own a home? How much of a home payment can I afford? The same for auto loans, personal loans, and credit cards. And it allows you to kind of see if this is my dream or this is what I want to accomplish, this is kind of where I need to be from an income perspective. So I can't say it enough. I would really use those calculators to kind of understand your financial situation. And then also it'll guide you along your financial journey. I know me, myself, whenever we want to purchase a house or car or something, we just go out there and we go looking, and it's like, can I really afford that? And it's like, hey, you probably should be looking at houses like over here. Or I know a lot of us have went to car dealerships and we're like, hey, we want to look at that car. And the car dealership is like, you probably want to look at these cars over here.
Eric, you are preaching. I'm telling you, because, he's 22 years old and he wants to get a nice, cool, rock star car.
Absolutely.
And I said, well, let's just plug what that car will cost. Then let's add the insurance.
Correct.
Let's add the registration.
Gas. Yes.
The
Cost
gas.
of ownership.
Oh, yeah. And so he was like, I got to make like $175,000 a year to afford my lifestyle. And I'm like, nothing wrong with that. Go find that, go get that degree and go find that job.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about, VyStar was founded. We have military roots, started with, 1952 at NAS Jacks with, 12 people and $60 because,
Great story.
members of the, isn't it? The members of the military just said, look, we want a safe place to keep our money. And that was the roots of VyStar. And we continue to service our military members. And really, there's a whole host of additional services and opportunities and perks that we provide. So can you walk us through a little bit about that and why it's so important that those services are available? Because if you're in the military, you have some different financial challenges, right?
Yes,
you face some different challenges.
Absolutely. First, specific to our military, I want to thank all of our military personnel and our members for their service. But yes, VyStar was founded on the military, and that's a very important segment of our membership here at VyStar. It's part of our history. And, our military personnel, they experience some unique things, that maybe civilians don't. Constant relocation, deployment, just a lot of things that kind of go into their financial well-being.
Some are single-family, single-income homes because mom or dad is deployed.
Correct.
And mom or dad has to stay home and
Correct.
take care of the kids. Yeah.
Correct. So First, I would say VyStar is a military-friendly organization. We've been voted and nominated that several times, so I think that shows our commitment to our military. We have a lot of programs and services to support our military personnel. We have a Military Heroes program through our real estate lending team to where, our military personnel can explore home ownership, maybe with little to no down payment. Not maybe having the burden of worrying about, mortgage insurance or PMI, depending on what their product type or what their situation is. So that's one tool that we have to kind of help support our military personnel. We also offer free checking and free deposit products that will allow them to kind of move their money and transact with their money and not have to worry about fees or cost, which I think is a great benefit. And in addition to all of our other products and services, just like all of our members, our military members have access to our website, our financial calculators, our VyStar University, all the great products and services we have to really help all of our members be financially well.
And I would be remiss that it may not be on the financial sector, but all the perks we have, all the free days we have for military members, retired families.
Correct. Discounts.
Yeah,
yes.
all the discounts we have. So in addition, that'll help you save money, right? That helps you save money as well. And with all our online banking, all of your funds are accessible.
Correct.
So if you're, a member of the military, please take a moment and check it out, because I think we could help you with some substantial savings.
100%, without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay, we keep talking about savings, and then we talked about maybe some of the challenges that come to have a savings account. And, Eric, sometimes despite our best efforts, life happens, right? A life crisis can happen, a divorce or a medical issue can happen, or sometimes through our own, mistakes or misjudging what's coming in and what's going out, or, hey, we got a JCPenney credit card, we can really kind of struggle in the financial area. And sometimes I'm sure when you're talking to members with loan payments, sometimes people are going to say, I'm struggling to make that payment. So what advice can you give? What services do we offer for folks that can really just kind of get back on the right financial path and repair any damage that may have been done to their credit score?
Great question. And it's one of the many things I love about our credit union. Is we're advocates of our members. We want to be proactive to partner with our members. And the first thing I would say, relative to that topic is don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you're unique. In today's world, interest rates are high, inflation is high, wages aren't keeping up. So we all are feeling that. We all are paying more for our eggs and our hot dogs and our gas and our milk. So first, I would say just know that your credit union understands what you're going through. And the first thing I would recommend is always reach out to us. Typically, when someone is in a situation of hardship, it's very easy to kind of, maybe go into hiding and just, ignore the mail, ignore the phone. I would recommend is just proactively reach out to us. We have a suite of solutions to help our member no matter where they're at within that hardship. If you foresee something coming down the road very early on, you reach out to us. We have a skip a pay program, which would allow you to skip a few payments, and then you could use the money that you would normally use for those payments for other things, whether it's an emergency or just you're able to reallocate your funds from a proactive perspective through our skip a pay program. And if you're further down the hardship journey, we offer loan modifications to where maybe we can look at your loan and say, hey, based on your financial situation, we see it's changed from the time you originally got the loan. So here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to restructure the loan and make it affordable for you.
We create a personalized plan.
Correct. We could change your due date. There's a plethora of options and solutions we have, but the key is let us know. Talk to us. Don't ignore your mail. Don't ignore the phone calls. Reach out to us and just say, hey, I'm in this situation, or I foresee that this is oncoming. What can we do to get ahead of it? And we would be more than glad to partner with you to identify that solution.
And VyStar also offers financial counseling, free financial counseling as well.
We do. We have a great partnership through a company named Balance. You can read more about it on our website.
Under resources.
Under resources. It's a great website.
It really is.
If you haven't noticed. But, Yeah, we have a partnership with Balance, formerly known as Consumer Credit Counseling, and they are accredited and certified in all areas of financial counseling. Not only can they help you with your VyStar debt, they can help you with any debt you have on your credit report. They can help you read your credit report. They can help you understand your credit score. They can help you make a budget. They could help renegotiate your loans and restructure your loans. There are just so many resources that Balance is able to provide and solutions. And that's a free service to all of our members. VyStar incurs the cost because we want to make that available to our members just so they have another tool in their toolkit to be financially well.
And be careful, because there are some for-profit organizations
Correct.
out there that offer to do that, and then you end up paying them,
Correct.
Maybe a quarter of what you owed, period. So just added to your debt. So definitely utilize those free services on our website.
Correct.
Okay, so the big financial finish, retirement. Everybody's like looking at that goal line, right?
Yes.
And so, but it's hard to have a secure retirement if you don't have all these other things that we've talked about in place, right? So what advice can you give? I know we've kind of walked through the steps, but maybe to reinforce how we get here, and then how you invest in your retirement. And then there's the whole subject of, well, then once you retire, how you make sure that money lasts.
Correct. Great question. You're full of great questions today.
I did my homework for you, Eric.
So once again, I'll go back to it's a journey. And just as a quick recap, early on, you're in your youth, you're learning about, checking accounts, savings accounts, saving money. And then you transition into your working years to where maybe you're looking to purchase a car, get a credit card, purchase a home, and understanding budgets and financial calculators. And then as you kind of mature along that journey, we all start to reach kind of that retirement period or stage of our life. And VyStar, once again, great resources and tools to support you in that stage of life. We have various departments here and organizations. We have VyStar Investment Services that can help you with 401k type savings programs, budgets, investments, calculators to say, hey, for you to retire and to be able to sustain your current lifestyle, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to tell your money to go. This is how you need to have your money work for you. We have that through our VyStar Investment Services Department. We have a VyStar Insurance Agency that can kind of help you with insurance products and how you can leverage insurance products kind of in your retirement journey, just to make sure your budget is in line and that you're protected in terms of your assets and kind of everything you need to do from that perspective. In addition, our website, we have a lot of products and services, whether it's money markets, savings accounts, insurance products, all of those various investment products out there that can truly position you for a successful retirement. It may require a little bit of sacrifice. You may have to save a little bit more, or you may have to do some different things with your money. But the good thing about that is VyStar is here to kind of help you and partner with you along that journey, help you create a plan, help you sustain that plan, and help you achieve that plan.
And especially if you've had a life change.
Correct.
And you had retirement plans, but maybe a spouse passed away,
Correct.
or maybe there was a divorce, or maybe a child is ill. Those are things that really could impact your retirement. And those are things that maybe people don't think of that because they've got their retirement on autopilot. But that's really where talking to someone like you or someone here at VyStar about retirement opportunities really pays off.
Absolutely. Once again, I'll go back. Contact us. Be proactive. Don't ever feel shame. Don't ever feel like you're different or it's only you. We're all members. We're all consumers. We all deal with what I like to call defining moments, whether it's a change in life, it could be an accident, it could be something catastrophic, it could be COVID, it could be
that was catastrophic.
That was
in its
very
own
catastrophic.
Way. Yeah.
So partner with your credit union. We're here. We love our members. We love to talk to our members. We love to hear from our members, whether that's through our digital platforms, our websites, our branch networks, our contact centers. Reach out to us, and we would love to partner with you. once again, to create a plan, sustain the plan, and achieve the plan.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us today and letting us know about all the resources and tools that are available for everybody to educate themselves and make sure they're saving for retirement.
The pleasure was all mine. Thank you.
All right. And folks, thank you so much for joining us on this episode on financial wellness. And you can find some more information on VyStarCU.org. And be sure to subscribe to VyCast wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow us on Facebook at VyStar CU, Instagram and YouTube at VyStar Credit Union, and give us your thoughts on a topic you'd like us to cover. Well, we look forward to talking to you next time.